and it's so terrific. It really, really is. Ask anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out petrifying pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother, in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
And I've amused myself. So, Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
I'm
How's the
muted.
audio?
Hello, hello.
Damn, I saw the little intro picture you had. What the fuck?
You like that? I told you about that transition. It's got a little
that's a transition.
as well, like a little audio thing that comes down. It's
shit.
tasteful. You know?
Whoa.
It's like the creation of man, except with pumpkin heads. Also, hello everyone in the chat. If you can hear us, let us know. If you can't hear us, also let us know. And as well, Decepticon soundtrack should be playing in the background. Let me know if you can hear that too. I've got it monitored so I can hear us now, but at a nice low level, so it should be nice and classy, I hope. Until we bring out the girls. Hey, it's not classy anymore.
Now it's more classy. Now it's all class.
Oh yeah. Let's get some cigars and smoke up, as they say on the streets. Let me check the chat. El Diego Viewer was the first one here, says he's peeping. How you doing, El Diego? Rogue says, top of the morning to you, mate. Give us your lighter, you can. El Diego says, haven't actually watched the intro before. Autistic genius. Sorry, artistic. Thank you very much. El Diego. LSB says, shake my head. It's a good chance. Listen, I could be autistic, for all I know. Isn't like a sign of autism that you hyper focus on a specific like hobby? The way
Yeah,
I've got like a YouTube channel dedicated to VR. Is that like autistic? I don't know. It could be.
Nope.
Could be a sign.
Yeah.
You got a lot of other mental issues.
You love it, says El Diego. And Honey Badger is here. Blood of my blood. Seed of my seed, as they say. He says, I can hear, also can hear the music. Thank you very much, Honey Badger, for that that inspection. Also, fun fact about Honey Badger is that he's 80% deaf in one of his ears.
Damn.
So, and he had that from birth.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature. He was always the weak one, you know. He always got breastfed last in the house, so he grew up weak. Yeah, he got the bad milk at the end.
Whenever playing Marco Polo at the pool, he was the worst. He was the worst one to hear. He didn't know where anybody was.
The chick dancing is hilarious, says Honey Badger. I'm glad you enjoy. She's actually... I had to edit it because some of them were actually getting naked in previous iterations. Honey Badger says it's autism. Roy Schwartz is peeping. How you doing? Jackpot, were you going to say something there before I intelligently cut you off?
I say he missed it. He missed the time when they got naked.
Missed the yellow dress.
Yeah.
The yellow dress and the
black Brad. Two
It's
dangerous,
still there. You can go
dangerous
back.
ladies.
It's still there.
Honey Badger says, how the fuck do you not know it's 100%? It's 100%? Oh, you're 100% deaf? I thought like it was 80%. I'm nearly sure like I specifically remember you telling me it was like there was a percentage that you could hear. Anyway, Honey Badger also says, lol, let's do a comparison on camera then, you little shit. Comparison of what? Our hearing ability? Chris Bayer says, I'm here for the dancing girls. That's why they're there, Chris. You know, they're there for you. You are here for them. And I'm the middleman who scoops up them views. El Diego says, damn, I missed the titties. I was just watch an older episode, you'll get them. I'm not going to tell you which one because then I can up my views with you like clicking through each one, you know?
Yep.
Boobs are out, says Chris Bayer. You're not going to fool me. I've done my fucking research. Ghost Shot is here also, says, have fun guys, enjoy the day, and then brain emoji and cool guy emoji. Thank you very much, Ghost Shot. Muzz, Jackpot.
Not a compliment. That wasn't a compliment.
I think he called you.
What do you mean? He called me cool brain. He called me cool brain. You
No,
know,
it's not what I
cool
meant.
dude brain. He says, I got the brain like the fawns. He's like, damn you. He's like, I think like the fawns, basically.
No.
Hey,
No.
you know, jump the shark.
No.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly,
no.
exactly.
No.
It's episode 86 of Touch and Tips. Welcome back to Touch and Tips, PSVR2 dedicated podcast. I'm joined by Muzz and Mr. 777. Muzz, Jackpot, how have you been?
I've been having a blast. I've been having a blast playing PSVR. That's what I've been doing.
You tracer. You
No
filthy
issues.
tracer, Muzz.
No, not a trader. Just an expander.
Okay.
Expander of my library of games.
We might as well just open that as the first topic is like how we've been. Are our feedback on the adapter, since we've had it now for like a week or whatever. So, Muzz, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on PSVR?
Now that I have it all working properly, I think it's great. Like a lot of people, I started off with the TP-Link Bluetooth adapter. I had the issues with first connecting up, with trying to get it installed and recognize the controllers. It's more user error than the PC adapter's fault, honestly. But if you're not knowing what to look for and like doing the update on the drivers and all that kind of stuff, you're just kind of going in circles. But luckily, we have an IT specialist in our chat named Rogue, and he helped me get everything running properly.
Shout out to Rogue. Thank you, Rogue. You saved my life.
He's helping everybody. But the TP-Link was working. First game I played was Half-Life Alyx. Still probably top tier, like best VR game available, even though it's 4 years old. It's amazing. But I was having the problem with my left controller. Every like 10 minutes or so, it would just like freeze up and like lock in one place. You could still kind of like move your hand around, but you couldn't like move your arm up and down or like all around. So you'd have to like shake your controller for about 10 seconds for the connection to snap back in. And honestly, playing a game like Half-Life with that happening, like when you're getting chased by the zombie guys with the head crabs on, and you're trying to like reload your gun, and your hand's like suddenly stuck over there, and you're like,
the little stomachs. The little things are stomachs.
And it was kind of ruining the experience, so I always wanted to stop playing it until I got it worked out. So I returned the TP-Link. I got the Asus 500 instead, and also like a little 3-foot long USB extender. So now I play it without any bugs or issues, and now it's great.
So there you have it. I'm just going to say for the record, even though I put up a video about it today with my experience of like the 4 days I've had so far with the adapter, I've had the exact same issue as Muzz, where I had the TP-Link, the one that Sony recommended, by the way, the very first one that they recommend in their list. That's the one I had. And I had the same issue as Muzz, where the left controller was locking. And then actually it turned out that I figured out with some testing, it seems to be whatever one you turn on first, that's the one that would lock up. So from a bit of testing I did, that's what I found out. And I did some research, a bit of digging on the Reddit, where people are mainly troubleshooting issues. That's like the best place to look. And I found like 4 other people replying to me saying that they all had TP-Links as well. They all had that exact same issue, and they all got the Asus. And ever since getting that Asus Bluetooth adapter, the issues have stopped, and they're happy. Everything's fine. So it's not like it wouldn't be an issue if Sony would have just, properly tested these Bluetooth adapters. You'd have to wonder how rigorous they were with their testing. If this, like, I'm going to prove it myself on Monday when I know for sure, or whenever I get it, if it's working for me. Muzz has already proved it, kind of. I know, like, if me as well, like, it's more than a coincidence. Like, it can't be interference in our room or whatever. It has to be specifically the TP-Link that's doing it.
Yeah.
Although you were saying before we started that AJ was like the opposite.
I think that's what I heard Decepticon say, that AJ had the opposite issue. The link or the thing that you're getting, he was having issues with, but once he got the one that you're having issues with, it worked fine. That's what I think I understood from Decepticon. So
that's confusing.
That is weird.
But
I should have tested it. I was going to just plug the Asus adapter in the back of my computer without the extender. So maybe I'll do that later. I'm gonna like unplug the extension cable and then plug it right into the back of the computer and try playing Alyx again and see if any stutters happen from just the adapter itself plugged in the back there without being on the right out on the desk like that. Because maybe the TP-Link would have been the same if I had the extender sitting on the desk without it being behind the computer. I don't know.
Well, my extender, my cable is like, I don't know if you can see it here. It's like hanging off my camera tripod. You can see the end of it right here.
Oh,
so
you already
like
have an
right
extender?
in front of me. Yeah, I've had that for like days.
Oh, okay.
Which I had to
Well, in
buy
that
separately,
case, yeah,
of course. And still, the issue is persistent for me.
Okay.
So I suspect it probably would have for you, especially when it's the exact same issue. It's always the one controller. It's never in the same session. It's never like it swaps between them, and it's just like locks in place for a few seconds, like 20 seconds sometimes for me.
Yeah, 10 seconds or more, yeah.
Yeah, if you're trying to play, like you're saying Half-Life Alyx, but if you're playing like competitive fucking Contractors and that shit happens, it's like just frustrating as fuck. And even though that was happening to me, I was still getting more kills than Jackpot because he's so bad at that game.
No,
It's
you were
unreal.
not.
Yes,
No, you
I
were
was.
No, you were.
Deadeye Dan is here. How you doing, Dan? Nice to see
You were
you.
panicking and screaming like, where, all the time.
Ridiculous. No, that's called being active and communicating. All right.
That's not
An effective communicator. All you do is
breathing
run into
hard.
the action, get yourself down, and then you're like, oh, where's my backup? After you're dead.
That's
That's
a
all
lie.
you did. That's all you do. Ghost Shot says, lol, nah, you're cool, just have fun. You would know, I promise. More cryptic messages from Ghost Shot. Bad Robo is here. Which reminded me, Bad Robo, I read your comment, I didn't get a chance to reply to it yet. He was telling me I should turn off I've it turned off now for the podcast, but the video I did today, I had the eye tracking thing on, or the AI eyes that makes it look, he was like, it's creepy as
creepy
fuck.
eyes. Don't do the creepy eyes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to keep them though. You know, I think he's just intimidated by how powerful I come across when I'm making eye contact with them.
He doesn't like to get eye contact.
I like to
you know,
intimidate my viewers, if I can.
Stare them down. Just stare.
Yeah, that's it.
Make them nervous.
Rogue says, "Oh shucks." He's listen, Rogue. Seriously, you did help us out, and you hopped on a Discord call straight away. You took time out of your day.
Yeah, same.
And you helped. You helped us out
Pay
greatly.
the man.
Appreciated,
Pay
Rogue.
the man. Pay the man.
There you go. Send the bill to my sugar
Dan.
daddy, Deadeye
Dan.
Dan.
Dan will pick it up.
Thanks, Dan. Bad Robo says, I have an RTX 2080 and I didn't have to buy an adapter. Yeah, those people are very lucky who have those 20 series of whatever, like NVIDIA 20 whatever. They all have that direct USB-C port into the card. So they skipped all the mess. Although they still might have Bluetooth issues, though. That won't affect that. Rogue says, oh, what? I lost my blue spanner. You did lose your blue spanner. Did you change your YouTube account or something?
You didn't pay.
You didn't make a new one, did you? Because I didn't remove you as a mod. You're literally the only person who bought one of them blue spanner t-shirts that I did like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So I promise I didn't remove you. LSB says, you're going to play some VR chat tonight, you bitches. Well, I'm not. Not tonight. It's stream night.
It's bedtime.
Exactly. Sutrabla says, didn't the TP Link need a driver download from TP Link? Well, mine was up to date, but I still downloaded it anyway. I did everything. I got the drivers. I swapped the ports around because people were saying, no, it shouldn't be in the USB 3.0. It should be in the 2.0. So I swapped them around and still no difference.
Disaster after disaster after disaster.
And it could have all been avoided if Sony included a Bluetooth thing, dongle, whatever, inside the box itself. I know it would have brought up the price another 10, 15 euro, whatever, but still. Look at the feedback they're having.
Forget it.
Huh?
It's a pain in the ass to get the fucking box still, you know?
Yeah, it was. That's another problem, you know? It's like the PS5 all over again when that fucking thing launched. And back then they had COVID, chipset shortages. What's their excuse for this, you know? It's been a headache.
My main problem with this whole thing is, why the hell didn't they do this right from the start? If they could have done this, why wasn't this available right when the PSVR 2 launched? You know how probably many more headsets they would have sold that, like, from then up until now if this thing was out?
Oh yeah.
Like, what the hell were they thinking? Not just doing this right away.
According to them, like they had that interview, they were like, we wanted to focus on the making sure the PS5 of it was like perfectly done, and then we moved on to the
Is it perfectly done?
Screw off! Like that's nonsense. That's nonsense. That makes zero sense. Like they should have given us the library on Steam right away, and then let us play like all the first party Sony stuff or all the stuff that's on the PSVR 2 as well. And then there would have been much less reason for people not to have bought it. Like
maybe they became greedy because they're like, oh, we don't release it with the Steam shit right now, because if we do, let's say some games that are already on the PC that came on this year or 2 years to the PS5, they'll be like, oh, they're not gonna buy that shit on PS5. They might, I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to me either unless they were not ready. Because yeah, I agree with you, they definitely would have sold a fuckload more headsets if this would have been day one.
Because like PSVR 2 owners would have, like, right now we have the best of both worlds. Like whatever comes out on PSVR 2 we can buy, and then whatever's on Steam we can buy. Quest people can't say that. Like they can't say like, oh, we can play Steam games and play Gran Turismo and Resi 4 and all. You know, it's like it makes PSVR2 owners like automatically win with this thing.
I mean,
like, I can play.
There's
I can play
Quest
most.
exclusives though, isn't there? Like, we can't.
Like 2.
Can't get
Okay.
those. Okay, 2. Yeah, okay.
I think the Quest is more of the.
I'm not interested in
other
Assassin's
stuff,
Creed, and I don't really
Portal.
care about the Asgard's Wrath, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Jeff,
I
what were
think
you
the
saying?
Quest, one of the biggest things for me on the Quest, that I thought it was not going to be that big of a deal, but it's a fucking huge deal, is not having a wire. And I'm not saying, I hate the wire. No, I'm fine with the wire. I'll play with the wire. But not having the wire and the ability to just fucking grab it and put it on and just play whatever anywhere, it's such a fucking huge deal. But
I mean, I can take a cable, reach over, plug it in, and then I'm good. Like one little motion for me plugging in a.
But it's not even about that. You're locked in your bedroom. You're locked in front of your TV.
I play all my
games.
games. I play all my games sitting down, and I don't notice the cable, so I don't give
plays
a shit.
the Quest on the
you.
toilet,
I
and he's got
understand
every
you,
time
but
he
I'm
flushes the
saying-
toilet, poop particles are all over his Quest.
Listen,
Like if you put a black light over that Quest, it'd be disgusting.
LSD, they pee sitting down and do everything sitting down.
It's
But I
piss
feel
all
like
over.
overall,
Yeah.
it's a huge deal. I'm telling you, you guys don't have one, so you don't know. But I'm telling you,
It's
a huge
obviously,
deal. I'm not saying
it's the biggest,
PSVR2,
it's the
I'm just
biggest
saying
selling
that's-
point of the Quest. It's the best thing about
Well,
the Quest.
that's what I'm saying. It's more casual, and that's one of the most bigger selling points of the Quest.
Yeah, I'm not denying. I wouldn't deny
Yeah.
that's like a massive selling point, but obviously that comes with drawbacks
I'm not
as well,
saying
like
it's-
the low power games and the
Battery life.
shit as well. But obviously, there's Bobo. You're about to tell me you got to spend €200 on a Bobo fucking.
You
strap
just
on.
spend
Yeah.
fucking $70 or $80
There
to
you go.
get this thing to work, and it doesn't even work.
It doesn't
don't
matter.
tell
Yeah,
me
but
about
listen, my
spending-
point
works
is, I
fine.
agree that
It works fine.
I agree that Quest Wireless is a huge thing. I don't.
Well, I'm saying that's the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest thing, because I agree with you guys. It doesn't really have exclusives, in my opinion, to be like, fuck, I need to jump into this right away. I think that's more selling point for the Quest. That's my whole point. Is more about the portability.
Well, it
Yeah,
used
the
to.
games
It,
and the
it
price
used to
question.
before the PC adapter came out. It used to have all those games over PSVR2, but now it doesn't.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
but they're
saying.
not that. They're not that great. I mean, I haven't played them, but I don't think. Even let's say that the graphics of the PS5, PSVR2 exclusive games were not great. I still think they're better games. Like Gran Turismo, way fucking better game. Resident Evil, even though I haven't played it, it's probably way better game, regardless of the graphics. So having the graphics, I don't think the Quest games. No offense, and I like the Quest. They don't get close to the exclusives on the PlayStation. So they're kind of trash in my opinion.
Yeah, listen, you got
Maybe
to
LSD is gonna
play
hate
them
me.
Resident Evil games. It's not funny
I played
anymore.
a little bit, yeah.
It's not funny anymore. Play the games, alright?
Buy them for me. Buy them for me. I think
seething
it was
with
like
rage.
$10 the other day, and I didn't buy it.
I wish you could
Anyway.
gift. Man, they really need to let gifting happen on PlayStation, because
PlayStation,
both
yeah.
you and Dan have gifted me games. It's like, wow, people can just do that. It's like I got 2 cool fucking games in my library just straight away from that.
Yeah.
Bad Robo says this is not the fault of Bluetooth itself, but of the software and the mess in the PC. All Bluetooth in consoles always works fine, but doesn't if you open up a PS5 or whatever console with Bluetooth, they have like a big fucking antenna. Like they need a big antenna to work. When you compare to these little knobs, this is not really what it is, but it's like a tiny little knob like that. They don't have big antennas, and Bluetooth needs that kind of shit. And also, it's really susceptible to interference.
Maybe it's the type of controllers or the type of Bluetooth that it needs, right? Because I mean, people
It's like
connect
5.0,
their
I think, is what it
PCs
needs.
Yeah, it's probably fancier type. I don't know.
Sutrabla says, glad I pre-ordered from Dutch GameStop. Got it a day before release. Now I need a compatible graphics card. Well, then why are you glad you... Well, I suppose just to have it. That'd be nice. Bad Robo says, I wasn't the only one who told you that your AIs looked bad, lol. And I'd say it to them too. They're all intimidated by my piercing stare. What are you trying to hide, Pumpkin? Those aren't glasses. I do need glasses. That's the next thing I need to get is glasses. But I keep putting it off.
Damn.
Don't forget
Old
that
man already.
Yeah,
I've been
no.
I've been needing to do that too. I need to get my eyes tested for the prescription because I want to get some of those lenses to put in the VR headset, so I can actually see much clearer. Because I don't think I'm getting like the best graphics right now because my vision's just a tiny little bit blurry.
cataracts.
So
Do you
Yeah,
wear glasses
fucking
in your day-to-day life?
no, I don't.
All right. Okay. Bad Robot says, "Don't forget that I'm a graphic bitch. And I can see the slight imperfections. And to me, it just looks fake." That's fair enough. But Bad Robot, like I've seen, I don't know if it's your most recent thing, but I saw what you put up on Twitter. His latest Dreams creation, where it's like a fucking photorealistic, like rainforest. It like looks something like you'd see it in Unreal Engine 5 or something. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, but like that means like you're like 0.00000% of the population who would notice my eyes doing that. You know, nobody else
90% of
nobody
people
else.
know.
No, everyone else is like, all the women watching are like, damn, this guy's fucking hot as hell.
Disgusting.
Look how confident. Look how confident he is. And all the men are like, damn, I wish I was that confident. You know. Except for Bad Robo, he's the only one who can see through it.
The delusions are through the roof, guys.
He's in a good mood. You know, he's playing the PC finally. You know, let him.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? El Diego says they're not that great, but I haven't played them. Lol. That's a quote from Jackpot. Put that in the t-shirt. Dilla Dan says, my PC has the Wi-Fi Bluetooth card and it has an antenna at the back. Yeah, I think if I had that, I'd be grand. I would have been sorted if I had that, but these things happen, you know. Okay, so that's the technical issues. Well, I had another weird technical issue as well, where I couldn't scan the room because the whole screen was just black. Where you're supposed, you know how there's like the orange mist you need to look around to clears.
Yeah.
To scan the room, where everyone else was able to see their feed through the pass-through camera. I just had a black thing, and then thanks to Rogue with the troubleshooting again, we figured out it had to be in a different USB port at the back, even though they were both 3.0, but it was like generation 1 and generation 2 on my motherboard or whatever, so I had to swap it around to the right one, and then it worked. So with those issues out of the way now, I mean, I still have that one issue, but Muzz, it's fixed for you. It seems to be like 100% functional now. How have you enjoyed, what have you played first of all, and what are your thoughts on what you have played?
First game I played was Half-Life Alyx, and it is phenomenal. I don't know, like, I didn't change any settings. Like, when I went into the game, I don't know if there's like there must be probably like a higher fidelity that I can put it to, or I don't know if it's just like the standard for everybody. But like, the game started up perfectly fine, and it's running smooth on my computer here, so I'm happy that it's not like laggy or kind of like not able to play it. Yeah.
I think it defaults to your PC settings. It like figures out what your best settings are, and I think it automatically sets them up, and you can fuck with them afterwards. I
found that it defaults to like fucking 3000 by 3000 or something for both, which I think is like way too high. Maybe I have it down, like it starts at 140% for whatever reason as like a global setting for me anyway. So I knocked it down to just 100%. So just to give myself a bit of breathing room. You know, I didn't want to be overworking shit. But I didn't really notice much difference when I did. But anyway, sorry, Muzz, I interrupted. Half-Life Alyx, you're saying possibly like best game you've ever played? Is that what you're saying? On VR,
it's
I mean?
Up there. Like, I do have some like minor issues with it. It's not like perfect because like being a 4-year-old game, you can see the old style VR made games where they were scared for like movement, for like people getting motion sickness. So like the first thing I noticed right away, you can only walk. There's no like sprint option, which is just weird because I'm so used to just like clicking in the left stick to like start running faster. Ooh. But the and it's messing me up too because the left stick, when you click in the stick, it makes you crouch, and maybe I can do like change the controller bindings. I haven't really looked into it. In the main menu anyway, in the game, I couldn't find a way to like change around the buttons or like the loadouts for the controllers. But yeah, being so used to clicking to go like faster, I'm being chased by something and I just instantly click in the stick to try to move faster because you're kind of slow like how you walk in the game. I'm kind of getting used to it, but it definitely feels like you're always like moving super slow. And then I click in the stick to try to run, and I crouch instead, which makes me go slower. And then the enemies like catch up to me because I'm crouching instead of running. Other than that, my other problem is the right stick. Going like moving left and right, like turning left and right. You do with the right stick, but then also pressing back, like pulling back on the stick, will automatically bring up the teleporter thing. So like you pull back on the right stick, and you'll see the image like where you're going to teleport to and where you want to go, and then as soon as you let go of the stick, you just jump there, which is fine. But I'm clumsy, I guess, because whenever I'm in a game and I'm in like a fighting situation where I'm shooting and like ducking and running around, I keep accidentally pulling back on the stick without wanting to. Like I'm like turning left and right, and then I pull down just like a little too far, and it activates the teleporter, and then I'll just jump forward 6 feet. And sometimes I don't want to jump forward 6 feet. Like like I'll just like jump through a doorway where there's like enemies that want to kill me, and I didn't want to do that just because I accidentally pull back a little bit, and then it just bleeps me forward. So, and I fell down like a pit before as well. Like there's like a big gap in the room with spikes. And I was walking towards it, and I went to turn to the right a little bit, and then, yeah, I just suddenly just shot myself right into the hole and died. So that's a little aggravating, and I can't figure out how to either just turn off the teleport altogether so it just doesn't happen. But I can't figure that out. So
okay, but that's the negatives.
Those are just technical. That's the negatives. Now the positives are the game looks absolutely amazing still. Like looking down at the ground at like bricks and stuff, and like when the bricks are like wet and like they're shimmering and like you can see like reflections, it's crazy good. The physics are top tier, but I mean I kind of expected that with Valve, because they're kind of the first ones to pioneer the physics in game big time with the
Half-Life,
the gravity gun, Half-Life and the gravity gun and all that kind of stuff. But like there's so much like shit everywhere, like on tables and like bottles and everything you can just knock over, and everything reacts so realistic to when you hit it. It's like you kind of forget that you're in a game sometimes, which is how nice everything looks. The gun play, I need to maybe like look at the audio a little bit. I don't really like the sound of the guns. I'm not super crazy about like the audio for the weapons when you're shooting. I think it could be a little louder, and maybe I need to like go into my settings to try to fiddle around with that to make it a bit louder. But
is it just the pistol? I think I've only ever seen footage of like the pistol
and the shotgun. And I just got the shotgun, so I don't know if there's anything more than that. But so far, pistol, shotgun.
I think there's a couple more stuff, but I'm not sure. I've only played like fucking 2 hours.
I'd be surprised.
That's crazy. How have you only played 2 hours of this like supposed best game
I don't know.
in VR? If you've had,
I'm hooked on it. I haven't had a chance to play anything else really. I'm just been playing Half-Life Alyx. So
I played it the first time. It was amazing. I got to a first puzzle.
I'll never touch this. Oh, the puzzles, of course. Never mind. Sorry, you should have said that straight away. Yeah, the puzzle. But you know those guides. Puzzle. You know those game guides.
It's just some buttons. It's probably fucking stupid. It's just some buttons you gotta press on the side or look at some. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Press X to open door. It's like what?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Where's X? Where's X?
I probably have like 30 minutes past the first puzzle, and then I went back to play it after like a year, and I don't know what the fucking buttons are, and I'm at a place where the stomachs jump at me and kill me all the time. Like, yeah, I have to restart this again.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Paid for by Mark Zuckerberg. That review was paid for by Mark Zuckerberg. It's not running native on the quest. He's not talking about it. It's
still on sale until the 16th or the 18th. Buy it.
But yeah,
I'd be surprised if you don't eventually get the because the machine gun was like pretty standard thing in Half-Life. So I'm assuming that you'd at least have to find the machine gun, and maybe even the
gravity gun.
Maybe even. No, well, the gravity gun doesn't exist yet. You have the gravity gauntlets. That's like what this game.
Are you saying gravity or gravity?
Gravity.
V, with the V or okay V okay
V. Good. Gravity gloves. And,
okay.
Yeah. The other weapons that I'm expecting to see is the machine gun, because that has like such a distinct sound to it. Like when I still remember that from the old games, and then also the other classic Half-Life weapon is the guided missiles, and I think that would work like pretty awesome in VR if you shoot the rocket and then you can like guide the rocket where you're pointing, and then the rocket will just follow your marker on the screen kind of thing.
Okay. So
I don't know if it does because I've never played it before, but I'm hoping that it is.
Bad Robo says, how's it possible, Pumpkin, you haven't played Half-Life Alyx? Yes, I'm not going to play that game until I fix the controller because I don't want to taint it with
It's a good idea.
technical issues.
It did.
You know,
It did hamper my enjoyment of it. So I'm glad I got it fixed before I got too much further.
yeah. I'll be playing. Should I? I don't know if I'll stream it or if I'll make like a
Stream
video
it.
gameplay
Stream it.
series of it or whatever. It might be better to
Stream
edit
it.
it down, so like I cut out the chaff. You know, just like put a highlight reel of the playthrough instead. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rogue says, I think the main fix was uninstalling all the PSVR2 devices, not so much the port. You didn't test before we moved it, and moving it triggers a reinstall anyway. Regardless, it didn't need 3.2 Gen 2. Alright, yeah, that's a good point. We did two fixes, so it was like we don't know which one actually did this, but you know, it had to be some bullshit, and Rogue helped me, is the point, and I wouldn't have figured it out by myself. LSB says the half-naked dudes mixed in with the girls is fucked up, lol. Listen, there's the one dude, his name is Ricardo, by the way, and you have to, like, I checked my stats, and apparently there's like 1% of my viewership is female, so I gotta put a little bit of something in for
Amanda.
Amanda, I was just gonna say, yeah. Amanda 1 and
That's for
Amanda 2,
Amanda.
Canadian Amanda, and Mexican Amanda, and that's it. So it's for them.
She has a little notification built in, like it chimes whenever he's there, so she
Yeah.
turns it on, and then turns her video off.
Like
as soon as he's
11
done.
seconds of watch time.
Yeah.
Bad Robo says, can't you assign buttons or some alternative controls? And Alyx, that's directed towards you, Muzz, I think. You're having control issues. Is there no way you can just like remap them or whatever? But maybe you haven't looked into it.
Not from the main menu. Like when I'm in the game, I open up the menu of the game, and there's preferences and accessibility are the only two options I see. And when I click on either of those, there's no option to remap that I can see in the game. So I don't know if there's something I'm missing. Maybe.
So seeing as you've played, what have you, maybe 2 hours played altogether?
Of Half-Life? No,
Yeah.
I'm at least like 4 or maybe 5 hours.
Oh shit,
in now.
okay. So seeing as Jackpot got stopped at like the first puzzle, how would you say the puzzles are? Do you think they're tricky?
They're
Or?
They're not.
Hardest thing you've ever seen, I bet worse than that Mist game or whatever it was.
Stephen Hawking's equations on the board and all kinds of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Donnie is here, says, sup you bum, smash the thumb or get the fuck out. Thank you, Donnie. How you doing? I hope you're well. And fills ya up says, where did you get the PSVR2 adapter? In Ireland, PB. I had to order it from Amazon UK. I think Smiths did have them up very briefly and they were sold out immediately. And on their website, last time I checked on the website, it was like expected stock sometime in 2024, but they couldn't give an answer. Maybe it's up again. I haven't checked, obviously, because I have it, so I don't need to check. But Smiths was the only other option I had. Pro tip, square block goes in square hole, says Rogue. I don't know what that's in reference to. But listen, there's like 16 square holes, and some of them were correct, some of them weren't. I don't know. So what else have you played, Muzz, on PC Viewer?
The only other game I've even started was Contractors Showdown, but I didn't even play a match. I was just kind of fooling around with that today. I jumped in and I was just kind of going through the options, just figuring out how the game played, and then I was in the main hub area and trying out the different guns. And
Gunplay is nice, I think.
it is. I like it, and honestly, I have to say that I think this is my favorite grenade throwing in VR so far.
With the pointing with the offhand and
Yes.
throwing with the other hand.
Absolutely
perfect.
great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. It's the best. It's the best integration of you doing a physical action of moving your hand to throw the grenade, and it also just going exactly where you want it to go. It works great. I love it.
I mean, it's
Especially
basically
because this
Firewall.
game is, well,
0 hour, I mean,
Yeah.
not Ultra. It gives you the arc, is what
No.
I'm saying. Like, oh, you have to do the hand thing, alright, yeah, but it's like another step. But it's the same arc release.
Yeah,
throw.
exactly. Yep.
I like.
But I
when you
like.
get the
I
option
love
to
controlling
do
it.
that, though.
I love controlling it with your arm, like with your hand, more than a joystick. Though, like it's so
Yeah.
much quicker and accurate because you can point faster with your hand than moving a joystick around, and it's great.
Yeah, but you had the aim controller, you could point that pretty quick too, you know. Back in the Ultra, or not
Yeah.
Ultra, fucking 0 hours, I'm trying to say, sorry.
But I feel like in Contractors, it works better than, for the most part, I feel like than Firewall, because it's not as hectic. I mean, it is, but sometimes you just see people like, okay, let me pull the grenade and aim. You got a little bit more time. I feel like Firewall was fucking quick, and you had to do that. That's why I think the eye tracking didn't really work as well for the grenades, because it was just more, intense, quicker.
All right.
Well, I haven't played the game yet to know like how the firefights go and how quickly you have to like. I'll probably be fumbling trying to grab the grenade, pull the pin, and then do the aiming, and I'll be dead before I can throw the grenade. So.
But sometimes when they're close by, you'll probably use just a manual throw. Sometimes, because sometimes they're like across the, like right next to the wall or something, and you might want to use that. But sometimes it's just better to pop it up, because sometimes when they're next to the wall, it's hard to do the aiming because it'll just go too far too.
Right.
Yeah. Or if you just want to like stick your hand in a window and release it or something like
and
that.
And drop it, like, or drop it over a wall where you think they are or something.
So they got the options. Options is always best, you know. So
that's great.
they've got that nailed. So I've played a bit of Contractors as well. I played with Jack Boss and Deadeye Dan, who's there in the chat too. Obviously, I was having those issues with my controller, but outside of that, I think I was very impressed with how similar it feels to Warzone. I know everybody was saying it's Warzone VR, but it really is. Like to the point where I was thinking, this is copyright infringement because they've even got the fucking gulag in there now as well. It's like, Jesus, they've got like, normally I know all the battle royales copy each other, but that's like a very specific thing that was unique to Warzone, and they've lifted that too. But I think it's really cool to have that in VR. Like you're standing around this arena watching people fucking battle to the death so that they can get a chance to get back in again. It's like entertaining. I like it a lot. Weapons feel really cool. Just the look at them as well. Like they look like really well modeled, reflective surfaces on them. They don't look cheap. It's an indie game, but it doesn't feel indie.
No, and I love either. I love the ammo counter on like when you pull out your ammo. If you're not sure how many ammos, you just pull it out, quickly check, and put it back in, and there's 6 bullets left. It's great.
I had
the attachments, swap them.
The attachments, that's good. On the fly. The attachments are cool. And if you get a scope, you like adjust it with your hand, like twist it as well to zoom in on the fly as well. That's like, damn, that's cool.
There's one thing. I'm gonna be the annoying guy again with my toggle grip problems.
Oh God, never ends.
It doesn't. I'm confused because there is a toggle grip for when you're holding your gun, which I like. I put that on right away, but I can't have it so my right hand is toggle grip to hold the gun, but my other hand that I'm putting on to my foregrip on the front of the gun, I don't want that to be toggle grip. I want that to be like hold the grip button.
I get you.
But I can't, like, either it's both toggle grip or both not toggle grip.
Interesting. And you've gone through every single setting, like there's not like an offset hand or something.
I was spending just as much time in the menus trying to fix that than I was like fooling around with the guns. I was looking everywhere.
Okay.
But I couldn't. There's you can toggle grip the items and the gun, but you can't swap the gun toggle grip. You have to either have both, and it's annoying because I love the toggle grip on my gun, but I hate having to like click to take my hand off the front of the gun to reload. Like, I want to be able to quickly let go and put my ammo and then grab it again. But yeah, that's the only problem I've been having. So I'm gonna have to get used to like pressing the button to like let go of the gun, grab a clip, and put it in. But whatever.
You're used to it. You're used to it.
But I find it weird though, because every other game that has toggle grip on the gun, they don't make it so your left hand is also toggle grip. Every other game that does a toggle grip, I'm pretty sure, lets you grip the front of the barrel with your just a regular grip. So I kind of find it weird that they don't have that option. Anyway, outside of that, it's been looking like a good game. You're
suffering is unending.
Yes.
I'm going to read a comment here from Theor Namek, MetaQuest #1 ambassador. Number 2 after Jackpot. He says, amazing, you're probably the guy at Reddit complaining of puzzles in Asgard's Wrath 2, huh? Why don't you just enjoy the roguelike Uncharted Rifts mode, or go back to some Blade and Sorcery, or other BS fighting arena? Who's he talking to?
Probably me.
Is that because you can't do the puzzle and Alyx?
Puzzles, yeah.
I think I have the game, but I haven't played it. The ass game. I think it came free for the Questicle.
Ass Wrath too. Yeah, they couldn't give that shit away. It's so bad. I think 8,000 people completed it.
Blade and Sorcery, not my thing. Fighting games, not my thing. I like the shooting games,
Yeah.
Contractors, that's it. Everything else is like, bleh. or Aces of Thunder.
Oh yeah, that shit's gonna be good. We're
that's
going back
the
to
other one that
PS5.
we're
Going back to PS5 for that.
Yeah, I'm going back home to play. back home to
Yep.
play Aces.
Yep.
LSB's shaking his head. Killer Sam says graphics wise doesn't match Firewall Ultra.
Oh,
Half-Life?
Good question. No, he's talking about Contractors and Firewall Ultra. How do you
No.
compare them graphics wise? I don't
No.
think so either.
No.
But you have to keep in mind it's like a huge map as well, so like the environment is not as detailed.
There's pop in and dude, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look shit, but like the models of the guns look good. But no, it does not.
You're not going to have like volumetric lighting and shit like that Firewall had.
Yeah.
Dynamic shadows, so like Firewall absolutely wins the graphic match.
Yeah.
Plus like actual lighting and shit like that.
The game is beautiful.
Real nice. VR and MX says, anyway, here today just for the show, girls, and to watch console boys complain about PC tweaking and twerking. Well, there you go.
No more complaining. It's all good
Hey,
now.
I told you the girls are a good addition. You were trying to lie.
We're just all we've done is attract VR and MX. Bad
We
Rose
need
says,
all the.
go on. What do we need? What do
I was
we
gonna
need?
say we need
What
all
do we
the all the lizard people that we can get. You know, trying
Bad-
to convince you guys of changing to the
It's not
class.
going to happen. If it hasn't worked by now, it's never going to work. Bad Robot says, oh, Pumpkin, I only recently realized that this animation ending the show was created in dreams. Very well done. It wasn't done by me. It was done by Clever Trev, who I haven't heard haven't heard from him in a while. And I hope Clever Trev.
Well, you
is
never
doing
paid
well.
him for that thing, so he hates you.
He offered.
You know?
You've had that as your outro for like years now.
Yeah.
I
I'll
think,
never
yeah.
like, even though it's like the original PSVR 1. I don't want to change it though. It's cool.
No, it's good.
That's
I
cool.
like it.
And the music makes it.
Yeah,
even better.
music by Decepticon, of course. They teamed up on it. He was talking to me. Oh, he was talking to LSB. Why? What did LSB say? Oh, the puzzles are ruining Asgard's Wrath 2 for me. I hate puzzles. I missed that completely. Damn,
You shouldn't say go
So
play
there's
your
another-
Mario games and your Nintendo games. 'Cause that's what LSB's all about. He's a Nintendo ambassador.
You shouldn't criticize Meta exclusive in front of VR and Mech like that. LSB.
Hey,
Now-
I'm
now
sporting
you're in trouble.
the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past shirt right here. So
Right,
I have a bit of
Ricardo's
I have
enjoying
a
this
bit-
month.
I have a bit of see Ricardo likes it. He
Yeah, he
likes
loves it. He
Legend of
loves
Zelda.
it. He can't love to see it.
He came out
Look how,
as soon as
look
you
how
said
happy he is. Look how happy he is. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Nintendo fan.
Rogue says, I find the PSVR 2 is worse for grip purely because of the controller's grip placement. I get grip fatigue where I don't with other controllers. Robo's only here for the girls. VRNMX is alright. He's gone. He's not taking the abuse anymore. Come on, VRNMX. Stay, because I want my numbers to be boosted. At least leave it running in the background or something. So I've played Phasmophobia. That was the first thing I did, was Phasmophobia, the first proper game I played. Took me a while to get it running smoothly, not because of the adapter, but just because PC gaming is trash, and you have to go messing around with like 20 different settings before you got it right. But once I found there was one, I can't remember what it was called, like super high fidelity something. It was automatically at like quality mode, and I switched it to performance, and then everything was smooth as butter once I hit performance. And I didn't like visually look worse from doing this. Like I couldn't tell a visual difference, so there was no negative impact. Obviously, with the controller issues I'm having, it's still kind of been hampering my enjoyment of it. But we had like a good few hours. I played with Jackpot, I played with Decepticon, I played with Pete a couple of times, and Dan
One
was
and
there
only
as well.
Pete.
Yeah,
Encyclopedia.
Pete's fucking mad into Phasmophobia. He's got like 1,000 hours or something into it. So it was nice to play with him as well. But
2 minutes into the match, he's like, it's a Phantom, and he's angry.
He's all the advanced equipment already unlocked. It's like, goddamn, night vision fucking goggles. You see everything.
I don't
It's
like the
scary.
night vision. I
knows.
don't like the
Yeah,
night
it's
vision.
cheating. It feels like cheating. But
Not
yeah,
as scary.
like I've had like scary moments in the game and hilarious moments in the game, which is what I wanted. So I'm happy with Phasmophobia.
I bought it yesterday, so hopefully I
Nice.
can jump in and
Nice.
play it next time you play it.
Yes,
I really think you guys are gonna like Devour too. Devour is scary and a lot of fucking fun.
I'm looking for it, but I just want to wait till the controller's done before I get into any
Yeah,
more,
yeah, you
any more
can.
games.
Yeah, you can.
The only other one I've played then is Blade and Sorcery, which is what I've been using to test out the controllers and stuff. And it's like, I've done like there's a mod menu in that game where you don't have to go messing around with things. You just hit install and all the mods you want, and it just does it by itself. It's like really simple and easy. So I got like some crazy mods in there that make me super strong, and I can turn the slow motion all the way down to like 0.1 or something if I want, and then just like do ridiculous kills. Like there was a lady coming at me with a sword, and there was another dude in the air, like he'd been exploded from a fucking like a spell, a wizard cast an explosion spell or whatever, so he was in the air. This is all going in super slow motion, and I jumped up in the air and grabbed his head and pushed it down on the sword of the woman who was running towards me, like, and it just like pierced his fucking skull, and that was it. I was like fucking unbelievable.
Nice.
Unbelievably cool.
That didn't happen.
But yeah, if you're a serial killer, you'd love a game like that.
Oh, that just reminds me. There's one part in Half-Life Alyx that I was impressed with. I walked into a room and there was a pretty high ledge, like with a platform up to my left, and there was like a dead body hanging over the ledge, and his arm was like hanging a little bit off to the side. So like maybe his like upper torso and his arm I could see, and his head was sticking out. Mm-hmm. So I walked up and I reached up and I couldn't quite grab his hand. So I actually stood I stood out of my chair to like get higher. I guess you probably have to like jump if you weren't sitting down. But I reached up and I grabbed his hand and I pulled, and then he started moving a little bit, and then it made me let go, and I kept doing it a few times, and I kept like wiggling him out a little bit, mm-hmm. And then finally he fell down to the ground, and he had an ammo clip like on his side that I was able to grab. So it was like I got rewarded for pulling a dead body off a ledge that I couldn't initially reach.
That's cool.
That's kind
I
of
like the little touches like that. That's how you know it's built for VR.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of expected to try those kind of things, I guess, throughout the game. So whenever you see something that you can pick up, maybe you do that, and you might be rewarded with some ammo or one of the little resin things that you collect as well.
Yeah. But I have to say, like, my biggest highlight so far on PC VR has been big screen. We joined Jack Boss. He was doing that fucking hobo fighting each other, like, was it rough and rowdy fights, live streaming that. So there was 7 of us in the room by the end, and we were just like talking shit. That kind of felt like people were in the room with you, and you could have all these different environments, like a massive cinema and like a campfire or a drive-through cinema, or drive-in, whatever. There's all different types of things, and if somebody was over there, it was like their voice would shift to over there, and if there was light coming off the screen, it would bounce off the walls that are around the screen, like it was like a realistic kind of, it simulated that kind of natural lighting. It just felt really good, and just the fact that you can do anything, like there's so many things you could do with that. And
another thing, why doesn't Sony have something like that built into the PlayStation? It's really, really stupid that Sony is missing out on all these like key things for VR that make VR great, and they just overlook it all. It's just stupid.
Any social apps, like there's nothing, because like Pumpkin said, that's one of the few apps that you feel like you hang out with these people, even though you're like, I just play Firewall with them, but it's not the same. Once you're like in that type of social aspect of it, like when that's the only thing I like, one of the few things I like about the mixed reality. But at first I was like, it's trash. But I'm telling you, that pool game, when you play that pool game and you put the pool in mixed reality, and you're in your house and you don't touch it and you don't move it around, and then you have 3 other people there, it literally feels like you just hang out with them in your house. So it just sucks that we don't have anything really on the PlayStation that it's social that feels more like that.
Yeah.
They have a couple games, but they're not great. Like they have the bowling game, and they do have that.
Well, Walkabout Mini Golf is kind of like the most social game.
Yeah,
but it's still a golf game at the.
I don't feel it feels the same though.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. It's not designed to be
VR chat is also pretty fun and entertaining.
But big screen was supposed to come to PSVR 1. Like they've been talking about bringing it for years and years and years, and then I imagine Sony are like, no way, because copyright restrictions or whatever. But if they just made it so that at least just YouTube, because whatever's on YouTube, anyone can watch that anyway, So just let people watch YouTube videos together or something. Or like they've got a service where you rent movies, so then you can like legally do it that way. So.
And they also have like Sony Pictures. It's like Sony has like so many movies. So like, why don't they include that? And they can make money off of their own stuff, like movies that you could purchase, like on their
rent for $2.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating how Sony have handled PSVR 2, because like it was like I knew we were missing that shit on PSVR2, but now that I've experienced it like big screen, and later on I'll try VR chat in the next few days or whatever. I'm sure I'm gonna love that too.
I need to install that too. VR chat. I need to get.
Yep, it's free.
That's free, right? Yeah, it's free.
Both of those are free, so that's the good
Yeah,
thing. You know,
it's crazy.
You drink, you smoke weed, hobo fights,
Hobo fights.
contest.
Yeah.
Great,
People
good
call
times.
tits fighting somebody called pillow hands. You know, it's,
Irish dad.
yeah, the fucking mad leprechaun and whatever it was.
And then they vote on whoever's the best girl at the end.
Yeah, the ring girls. Jesus, yeah,
The
it's
ring
good.
girls.
But that shit was rigged.
The quality of the fights themselves are a bit fucking hit and miss, but no pun intended. Rogue says, yeah, getting you into the menu first game was fun, lol. Killer Sam says, apparently you can turn up the vibration on the controllers to high. How much battery does it leave? I think mine were on high by default. Batteries seem to go kind of quick, but maybe that's my imagination. Like it's, well, Muzz, you were having an issue where your battery like just went rapidly.
No, I found the problem. my wife said that she accidentally bumped into the table that had my controllers. So then the night before, I thought they were charging because the lights were on when I put them on, but she bumped it, so the controller must have jiggled off of the controller. So that's why that battery's dead. It's all
Mystery
good.
solved. All right.
Yeah,
never mind
I was
then.
really scared though. I was like, I don't want to have to send this off to Sony
Yeah,
to get another
yeah.
controller.
But speaking of battery life, because it doesn't have the haptics, it doesn't have the adaptive triggers, you would think they would last longer. And that's something, by the way, I noticed. I felt myself missing playing Contractors. Like when I'm shooting a gun, I never got the haptic or the adaptive trigger. You know, like the break point, which I'm used to getting in Firewall or Pavlov or whatever, and it just wasn't there in Contractors. So that was a little bit shit. But Contractors is supposedly coming to PSVR 2, so I'm sure when that happens, it's gonna feel like the best one. I would imagine, even if it's not visually the best or whatever. Turtwise says, I'd be excited for all the possible retro games turned into VR games. The idea are endless with that VR injector thing. Didn't somebody make the NES Zelda into VR? I think I saw GT playing that. It was
They were
like,
playing, I've been
he
seeing
did.
so many games being played in VR. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The one that I want to try really bad is the Cyberpunk mod. That looks
I
amazing.
just saw Beardo Benjo playing that today on
Yeah.
PSVR 2. Yeah,
That's what I was watching. I was like, man, I hope my computer can handle that because I want to try that out.
I have a feeling my PC would struggle with that, but I don't know.
Maybe not.
I mean,
You might have
you
to
don't
just
put it on a high
bring the
graphics,
graphics bring the graphics down a little bit just to make it run smooth if you
Yeah.
need to. But
Yeah.
you got a 4070, dude. You
imagine playing that entire game in VR, like that whole game.
Whole
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy.
Like I almost don't want to start it because I think I'll just get hooked and I won't be playing anything else for like months. I'll just be playing Cyberpunk. That's a big
dangerous.
game.
It's dangerous. And even like driving cars and everything, it's going to be
Yeah.
a little taste of
I wish The
GTA
Witcher
VR,
was.
you know?
Yeah.
I wish The Witcher was in VR.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I guess
There
that'll
goes,
be
there goes a
tricky.
year. There goes a year of VR
Yeah,
dedicated to Witcher.
man, that's a good game. Ray Schwartz says, is Half-Life Alyx still on sale? I forgot about it. I think it is. Did you say it's till the 16th? Or did somebody say
I
16th?
think it's until the 16th. Let me check.
don't know.
You got 2 days, Roy. 2 days. El Diego says, you chaps seen the SBT mod working in Tarkov? No, I have not.
No?
What's SBT? Should I know what that is?
Um,
I haven't seen it though.
SBT?
Casino says bad robo. Casino?
Like a casino. Well, we have that, but it's trash. And that's not trash. It's just not as entertaining for us. The what is it? The card game.
Texas Hold'em? Oh, you're
No.
right. Sorry. Was it Vegas something? Oh, Poker
I don't
Stars.
fucking
Poker
know.
Stars. That's what it
Poker
was.
Stars.
That's what it
Poker
was.
Stars,
But I
yeah.
think they changed, like they rebranded it to like Vegas something. But yeah, you're right. Bad Robot. That's probably the best social
Yeah,
game,
that's right.
kind of. It's a shame they never had crossplay with that one.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
8/19, August, at least in the US.
19th?
August 19 is when the sale ends. $20.
Okay, you got 5 days. You got 5 days, Roy. I'm giving you an extension. El Diego says you can now play Tarkov in VR. Still early days, but damn, it looks rad as fuck. Damn, that's bad news for Ghost of Tabor on PC anyway.
so Escape from Tarkov is now playable in VR. That's
Yeah. LSB says Leper Skank.
Yeah.
I forgot about Leper Skank. Rogue says, I got the Elden Ring mod sitting there to test after the show.
Oh,
I don't know what I
shit.
like to play, like, maybe third
shit.
person, but like a first person Souls game with all the rolling around and shit. I don't know if I'd like that. Unless
Yeah.
it's maybe
Third person.
maybe it takes you in third person for that. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching the people playing Eternal in VR. It's just like that just looks tiring, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, Returnal, sorry.
Oh, Returnal, yeah, Returnal, not Eternal.
That's a really good
Eternal
game. though.
just
That's a really good
yeah,
game.
it looks like it runs good, but it's just all that firepower coming at you, and you're just dodging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine it
nonstop,
looks
I-
really good, like, because it's
Yeah,
like the cool
visually.
graphical effects coming at you constantly, like trippy,
Yeah.
popcorn for the
But
eyes.
even in third person would probably be cool. I played one of the first games I tried on the mod was Sifu,
Okay.
and that game is a shit. And I was like, whatever. Let's see how it looks in third person, right? And it's sick.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hellblade has an official viewer mod or download that's third person. It's supposed to be really good. Rogue says it's third person as far as I've seen, but the environments look incredible. Yeah, that'd be cool for that. And if it's third person, then just in getting to enjoy the details and shit. Even when Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remake comes out and they bring a mod for that with the injector, and if it's better in third person, I'd still be happy to play it that way. So I'm hoping I can
Just
do
being
that.
able to because you can control the camera with your head. That would be
Yeah.
the best part of it. Like being like in like a Elden Ring game where you're playing a third person, and like if there's enemies like over to the left, and you can just turn your head and see them like coming at you, where you wouldn't be able to see them on a like static screen.
You're
without
hovering
turning.
on the world on top of
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. That would be like a high benefit of that game. I think you wouldn't be able to get ambushed as easy with enemies coming up to the side that you wouldn't see.
Yeah.
Cheating is what it is.
Yeah. It is cheating. but
People consider
that's what
like if you use magic in
that's
those
what
games,
VR
it's cheating.
VR
So it's like, can you imagine?
VR is just the higher end of gameplay, so
Yeah.
I mean, you get those cheats. It's like the evolution of games. You get
Yeah.
you get all the best perks.
Yeah, you're limited on the flat, like the.
Yeah, if you want
call
to
the
if you want to
scrub
stay on
all-
flat and
All them From Software fanboys would be like, this scrub cheating using fucking VR.
Nah.
You're only supposed
No,
to play
I-
naked
they
with
just
no
need to-
weapons,
They just need to
unarmed.
upgrade. They just need to upgrade their gaming potential to VR. That's all they need to do, and then they wouldn't be mad.
100%.
Like we were playing Phasmo with that guy. He just joined randomly. He didn't know we were playing in VR. He was like blown away by the shit that we could do because we were playing it. He was just, like,
Should've
playing,
told him,
just
told him you were
moving.
possessed. You should have told him as Satan has possessed you all.
We scared him. We scared him out. He quit after a couple matches. Like, these
Good.
guys are too weird. I'm like,
You scared him. You scared
No.
him with all your heavy breathing. Rogue says Hellblade released a viewer version, third person. So was that like a separate game that you had to buy? Deej, how you doing, Deej? Says, oi, 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 how you doing? Nice to see you, Deej. Bad Robo says, try LBP4 and crash. LBP, is that Little Big Planet 4?
damn.
There's
probably.
a fourth one?
Little Big Planet 4. I guess there is a fourth one. Isn't it? I thought it was 3, but
Yeah, I thought there was just 3. I know there was like a spin-off, Sackboy Adventure Ship, and maybe that's what they call it for. I don't know. LSB says Hellblade Viewer Edition is good. Yeah, it is cheap usually too. I don't know if I'd want to go back to that game though. Once was enough, maybe. It's a good game, but I won't go back. Anyway,
Is there topics or are we just like.
that was the
shooting
first
shit
topic.
for-
Yeah, listen, I just said.
I was just going on about PC.
Yeah, just relax.
eating
That was the
my-
first
I
listen.
was
We gave
eating
a
my
thorough
cookies. What's
impressions.
going on?
A thorough impressions. All right, the first topic.
Hey.
Second topic, I should say.
It's easy to go on though because, like, honestly, I've been waiting so long to have access to these games and mods, so I'm just really happy that I
Yeah,
can.
that's like
take
20
my
topics
time
in
and-
one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I gotta put this side to side, put that there. I just gotta get my drive. I forgot to open up my notes.
Oh my
My
god.
notes. Will you just relax? It's
Shit
like
is
2 clicks.
hard as a rock.
It's 2 clicks. What's hard as a rock?
This bread.
Oh, disgusting. So the next thing is Compound. As you can see on the screen there, a trailer playing. It's out now, and there's some reviews going around. It's a roguelike. I wonder, does Rogue like it?
Oh,
Thank you. Hold your
Everybody
applause.
leave already.
Hold
I'm
your
about to
applause.
leave too. Don't
Somebody
worry.
do the round of applause soundboard in
was-
Discord,
hold on.
please.
Hold on,
he was
hold on.
thinking of that one all night.
Hold on.
at,
I gotta do it. I gotta do
At
it.
Here comes the
at 4 in
crickets.
the
Put up the
morning, he
crickets.
sat up
Don't
really
you-
quickly and
There you
said,
go.
"I got it! I got it!"
There.
He wrote it down,
thank
wrote
you.
it down, and then
Thank
went
you.
back to sleep.
Everyone's happy. Everyone loved that one. PSVR Without Parole gave this game an 8.2, praising the visuals, weapon feel, and that he had played 10 plus hours and still hadn't unlocked everything. His negatives, though, included only one boss fight, which reminds me of Synapse, by the way, under the roguelite. And the game being too easy on easy and medium mode. Jammy Hero also reviewed us. He called us a retro masterpiece, praising its polish.
It's on the shorter side too, I think. I think one of them said it was only like about 4 hours long or something.
Okay, that's it. Well, I guess if you want to unlock everything, though, you got to put in more hours.
Well, yeah, replaying.
But man, it just looks really cool. Even though it's got that super old style, it still looks somehow high production value, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks really crisp and clear. Like, yeah, definitely looks good.
Yeah. So we're gonna make up for that long topic by just skipping through the next ones really fast. No, this next one could be good though. The PSVR, sorry, not the PSVR, the VR showcase is happening in just 2 days. All right, 2 days time. Very exciting times. They've confirmed that there's going to be more than 15 games shown over 20 plus minutes. So the show is going to be less than half an hour, we'll say. We already know they've teased major titles. They've thrown words like AAA around when they're advertising this thing. And as we all know, Flat to VR are going to be shown their first official title, whatever it's going to be, which I think is going to be like the most. That's what I'm most hyped about, even though I shouldn't be hyped about anything.
You shouldn't.
I think you're
gonna that's the thing though. These shows mean so much more to us now with the PC adapter, because now everything's relevant. It's great. We don't have to be like, oh, does it have PSVR2 at the end, like in the like showing like what platforms it's on. We're like, we've always just been waiting till the end to see if it comes up like in like one of the headsets that it's coming to. But now it's like, all right, well,
present times, the present times. That's what I was telling you guys forever.
I'm still gonna be sad though if there's no PSVR2 versions.
Oh
yeah, because that's always gonna be the better. Like I paid like €600 for the headsets, and half the features don't work when it's on PC. More than half, maybe. It's kind of basically just the OLED.
Most games are better on the PSVR2.
There you go. So that's what makes me a bit sad,
Well, hopefully with the sales increase in the headset, Sony will start bringing more in.
Man, I wonder will they give us an announcement of how many they sold after that? Two more? 20,000% increce.
But the percentage is. Tell us the number.
I know. You can't tell. It's all smokes and mirrors.
Doesn't matter.
Another thing that we know,
one, you have one. That's it. You're happy.
Another thing that we know is going to be shown at this showcase is Combat Waffle, who are the people behind Ghost of Tabor. They're going to be showing off 2 of their games. One of them is called Grim, and the other one's called Silent North. I don't know anything about those, but those will be there. But yeah, like I said already, I think the Flat to VR title, whatever it's going to be, is going to be major and well, important, I think. My concern is that it's going to be a really old game that maybe once upon a time, maybe something along the lines of Bulletstorm, maybe an IP that people kind of know about but maybe isn't huge that they were able to get the rights to. Because keep in mind, they only recently got backed by this like A16 whatever fucking financiers. They, whatever this is would have been before that. So I think their next ones might be more impressive than their first ones. That's just complete bullshit speculation on my part, but just going by logically, like you would imagine, they're probably not going to have fucking Cyberpunk out the door. That's not going to be their first title.
But that they probably want to start off right, like with a big first impression. I don't know if they'd want to start like with a small game that hardly anybody played and expect everybody to be hyped about what they make next after that.
Give us BioShock 1, 2, and 3.
That's the dream jackpot. That's always been the dream jackpot.
What I'm really interested in hearing from them is if they go into detail in terms of like how long it took them to port it from Flash to VR, because maybe they can be like, this actually doesn't take that long. Maybe they could announce 2 games. This one's coming out in September, like December or whatever, and then this other one's coming out next year, and it's going to be, a big one maybe or whatever. I don't know. But listen, as always, keep your expectations really, really low. even though this is probably the most hyped VR showcase we've ever had, because they're specifically saying AAA and whatnot, which we don't get often.
What time is the show? What time during the day is it?
Man, wish didn't. Oh, it's 9 a.m. PT. Thank God that was on the screen.
Oh, it's in the morning?
It does. Not for me, but yeah, for you.
Well, no. Pacific time, so that's that'll be early.
That's like 5 p.m. for me, I think. So yeah, right when I start work, so I won't be able to watch it, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, I'll be at work.
Cool.
So.
Okay, next topic then. Unless you have anything to say.
Of what? For that?
For this, yeah. No? Alright, relax. Take it easy. Next topic then is Jackpot's favorite. Mark Zuckerberg has murdered another studio, this time Ready at Dawn. Why is he like this?
Dead.
Why has he done this?
Dead.
They've made excellent VR games. They've made Lone Echo. They did the Echo Arena games, you know, and ever since they were acquired, which was that even a year ago? You know, they didn't release anything, I don't think, and they shut down the servers for Echo Arena, did they? Something like that. And then we got the news that they've been shut down. And it's really sad because Ready at Dawn were, like, even before Virtual Reality, like, they're really big. They were well known. They made The Order 1886, a game which I think is completely underrated.
Trash.
Completely underrated. Amazing game. And like, they did God of War games on PSP and Jack and Daxter stuff, you know, so they got a lot of history with Sony, and then Sony let them get snapped up by Meta, and that's when Meta killed them. You know?
Maybe Sony was gonna kill them, and Meta was like, you know what? They've done so many good games. Let me just, keep them over here. And then, like, you know what? There's no saving.
They were independent.
Economy.
They were independent.
But
Sony weren't going to kill them because they were independent.
You don't know that.
I do know that. They were an independent studio. They weren't owned by anyone. I do. It's factual. Nope. It's factual. John Doe Juggalo, how are you doing? Nice to see you again, John Doe. GT said the game is good, so I assume you're talking about Compound.
Damn. He trusts 100% GT.
Yeah.
He has LSB
GT
has a
posters
little
on his
trinket. Yep. Pillows. He sits on them all the time.
Full body pillow.
Oh yeah, and then he has the trinket.
He spoons it at night.
On Contractors. He has a GT trinket on Contractors.
Shit, there you go.
Kisses it. Kisses it good luck.
Kisses it for luck.
Yep.
Giza.
He loves the.
That was a quick second topic. I hope you like that, Donnie.
I want a GT trinket on my gun in Contract.
Yep.
Rogue says Grim is Rust VR, so that's going to be pretty cool if that's what it is. Jackpot says, don't tell me how to live my life, Donnie. You are not my dad. What did Donnie say to you? Oh, don't speak with your mouth full.
Speak with my mouth.
You eating gamer cookies again?
Yeah, kind of. They're like the sugar cinnamon cookies.
Disgusting.
They're good. Good shit. I got some Mexican bread over here.
Mexican bread?
Yeah.
Across the border. El Diego says,
Almost.
really old like Rage. Now that'd be fucking awesome in my books. Rage is a contender. I'd put that alongside Bulletstorm as kind of... People know about us, but maybe not necessarily hugely popular or whatever. Bad Robo says Pong VR. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind it's probably going to have to run on a Quest 2 natively, so yeah, Pong is on the table. No pun intended. Black Tiger says, what is AAA anymore? Well, that's it. Like, a AAA VR game is like not the same as a AAA flat game.
Yeah.
It depends on who you ask, I suppose. Letdown Central, says Black Tiger. That's his prediction, I think. Mesa killed a viewer.
For what, for the whole show or flat to VR? I don't know what he's referring to.
I assume he means the whole show. But I could be wrong. Donnie says Mesa killed a VR studio this week. Is this the one you're talking about? Yes, it is. This is the one they killed, Donnie. They've killed a few studios though. Didn't they kill Downpour as well? The ones who did the Onward game. They killed them. They probably killed a few more as well.
What do you mean? The Onward game is still going.
Sony's not exempt from this either. Obviously, shutting down studios.
Yeah, Sony London.
First Contact.
Well, yeah, but they didn't own First Contact. They were technically independent, but they still shouldn't have let them shut down. Speaking of studio shutdowns, we also have another Archiact. I don't know if you remember Archiact.
What?
Archiact.
Holy shit! What is that?
Archiact. We want to talk about Archiact, guys, shutting down.
Oh my god!
This came from a Twitter account called Game Industry. Now get this, jackpot. On August 12th, we informed the staff that the studio will close in 2 weeks. Let me scroll over here. They were developers on Journey to Foundation, which is their most recent game. I don't know if you remember that one, Journey to Foundation, based on a TV show apparently.
Yep.
Doom 3 VR, they worked on that. Free Diver, Triton Down, and the one I remember the most, Evasion on PSVR 1. It had the guns with the built-in shields, but they're gone now. They were developing VR games since 2013. But I will say that Twitter account, Game Industry, has like 6 followers. So I don't know where exactly they got the information from. But Jamie Feltham, who's the guy who's hosting the VR showcase, I think he's behind us. I think he created that. He retweeted it and made a comment about it. So I assume it's legit if he's talking about it. So yeah, 2 studios gone in 1 week. 2 VR studios gone in 1 week. It's pretty sad. It is pretty sad. So let's move on to another topic. Phasmophobia. Because it's getting, I think it's either got or is getting an update.
An update.
And this one lets you delete photographs, which is something that people have wanted for a long time. They accidentally take a bad photograph that doesn't give them the star rating, and then they're stuck with this, so they couldn't delete this. But now apparently you can. I think you can only delete 2 though, or something, and people have to vote on which ones they delete. They've also added a new voice chat type, which is called Vivox, or Vivox, which will apparently give better quality and stability. I wonder, has that got something to do with the console version? Like trying to get the voice recognition working there. Maybe they needed to change to this Vivox or Vivox, whatever. Maybe. There's also
change the animations. That's what they need to do.
I think that's coming in like a more bigger. This is kind of more of like a fixes and patching things, but they've got a roadmap with bigger shit planned. But one of the fixes, or one of the changes, which I thought was interesting, is B-haptic support was removed with this update. What the fuck was that about?
Disgusting.
What's that about? Why would they do that?
I don't know.
I don't know why they would take it off. It doesn't make sense, but it for me it didn't add anything. It I don't know. It's
maybe there was some maybe there were some like glitches and bugs that were happening in like isolated areas where people were reporting things going wrong with the game when it was being activated or something.
Okay.
And almost nobody has a fucking vest, so it's like, why are we fucking spending all this time and energy and trying to get this vest thing working when nobody fucking uses it, you know?
It's overpriced. I mean, there's very few VR people, I think, that have spent $500 on a Rumble vest.
But I just don't think it's even worth it. Even, let's say, $300, like, it doesn't add, in my opinion, that much. Like I said, if you want to spend and be more immersed, and you like racing games, get the steering wheel with some feedback. That's $300, and it's the best VR thing that I've ever bought, like immersive wise, by far.
All right. Let me catch up with some comments. Black Tiger says, "Bring out a Counter-Strike for VR and let it roll." Isn't that Pavlov? Donnie says, "Damn, why Mesa buy them just to let them go?" I don't know, but Mesa have been pumping billions into VR, and I guess they're kind of sick of not making anything back, and they're trying to trim a bit of Phas or something. So,
well, they're losing. They've been losing so much on the metaverse for like so long.
Oh man, it's been ages since I've heard someone say the word metaverse. I just realized when you said it there, I was like, oh, I haven't heard that word in a while.
It's still a thing, but no one cares, and that's why they're losing so much money on like trying to make it a thing.
Ace Diaz, how you doing? Says Echo Lone. You mean Lone Echo, I'm guessing, is a good game. Yeah, I've heard. Is it Lone Echo 1 and 2? And then they also did Echo Arena, which is like a multiplayer separate thing. Like it's like you're in zero gravity and you're pulling yourself around a space station, and you know, it's supposed to be very good. Bad Robo says Bioshock is possible on Quest 3, but it would require cutting and optimization. You mean the original Bioshock? Rogue says Foundation is based on books by Isaac Asimov, the creator of the word robotics. Well, there you go. Apparently the Foundation is supposed to be good, but the game obviously didn't do too well. Black Tiger says, how many gigabytes in pictures do you have? I don't understand that question. You telling me how many saved pictures I have in terms of file size total? I don't know. I don't get it. Rose says, it's a game you have to want to play. It's nothing epic, but I enjoyed it. I get why many don't like it. Black Tiger says, Pavlov is dead? Lol, really? Even after that PSVR 2 sales where, you know, everyone bought, well, not everyone, but a big boost in PSVR 2 sales. Should have boosted Pavlov as well a little bit. Reg says Echo Arena and Echo Combat. There you go. Black Tiger says, I heard they killed the mods and players left because of it. Oh. I see. Anyway, I can't follow the rest. We'll move on to the next topic unless...
Wait, they killed the mods in Pavlov? Is that what he meant?
I think so, even though, from what I understand, they were still on PC. But I guess if you want to do crossplay, you can use them.
But there were never mods on the PSVR version, right?
No, never. Like, they were supposed to be. Like, they had plans to get them in. But obviously Sony are bitches when it comes to mods.
Oh, that's what he's referring to? They killed the possibility of bringing mods to the PSVR 2? Is that what he's talking about? Or
I don't know.
Is he just saying mods in general?
I feel like when they did a big refresh, and then they altered the way mods work, so maybe that pissed off the PC players. I don't know. So Phasmophobia. Anything else to say about this before we move on? Coming to consoles, Halloween.
No. It's a good game.
Alright. Shit.
Less fingers. More animation, scary animation, less fingers.
Doesn't like to be fingered. Last topic, or second last topic, although I didn't get a video for the last one because I forgot. Metal Hellsinger got a release date trailer. You see the trailer here playing, and it's coming out on October 3rd. So
it's
there
fun.
You go. If you're looking out for this
That's
one.
the rhythm one, right?
That's the rhythm one, yeah. It's like a first-person shooter where you shoot to the beat or something.
Rhythm Doom with the rhythm. That's what it is.
Disco Doom. But
cool.
it's like heavy metal music or whatever. So, yeah, this looks like it's.
But what else do you want by killing demons?
Exactly. I don't know.
Doom Eternal is fucking great.
Reba McEntire. That's what I want. Country music.
If you ever play a Flatty game, if you ever have a chance to play, if you played Doom game before, play it on the PC and turn up the fucking frames per second, and you'll see what a difference it fucking makes, dude. Having the PC compared to even the PS5, the games run a lot better.
I won't do that, but I'll take your word for it.
You're
I'm just not big into doing. I played 2016, and I was like, I don't get the fuss, you know.
Yeah, because those are your peeps. You know, we like
my
killing
peeps.
demons.
No, I don't like the crazy fast pace shit. You know.
You suck at it. Just tell us the truth. You suck at it.
What it is.
Your
I like
brain
to take
can't
my
comprehend
time.
that fast movements.
I like the tactical approach to combat when it comes to
That's
first
the way to
person.
say
You
it.
know, because of my fucking advanced brain. I promise you, I'll get past the first puzzle in Half-Life Alyx. And,
I did.
I'll
Got
tag
past
you.
it after a couple times. All right.
After a couple of times. LSB might pick up the Quest version of Hellsinger. Disco Doom says Danny with the rock out sign emoji. Black Tiger says they should also bring the Demon Ogre game they were working on back. Make it viewer as well. Who's they? Demon Ogre game.
Gorn?
Gorn? No, I don't think that's his. John Doe Juggalo says, does Hellsinger just get a free updates to include viewer or a whole new game? I think it's a whole new game. I don't think you get a free update. So. They're doing the Skyrim approach, where it's a separate thing. And in fairness, if they put a lot of work into it, then I don't mind. You know. Now I didn't get a video of this because I added it late to the list and I forgot to get a video. But Arcade Paradise also came out recently, and just a couple of reviews. Well, I just talked about Without Parole. They
Put the girls down there. Put the girls down there. Make them bigger.
Just relax. You keep them talking then when I'm doing that. Okay.
All right. If you guys are still having doubts about selling your PSVR 2,
shut up.
Sell
I'm
it.
Finished. Shut up. Arcade Paradise Without Parole gave it an 8.7 out of 10. They praised the 20+ hour campaign, which had great progression, 39 cabinets to play, so 39 different arcade games you can play, and a cool soundtrack. And the negatives he listed: was finicky controls at time, and a couple of the games aren't great, you know. But out of 39,
the laundromat?
Yes, you gotta
Laundromat,
earn. You
yeah.
gotta earn money in the laundromat so you can invest in your arcade business or something out the back.
I saw the review.
Well, there you go. It's a good game apparently, and that's it. We've exhausted the topic.
Ask
You
for a
thought
code.
we were talking
Ask
for
a code.
ages.
Why don't you ask for a code?
You thought we were
I'd
talking
rather
for
play
ages?
that other.
That's off.
Fuck.
I'd rather play
taking
that
a
other. I want to play that other arcade game that doesn't have like the story of like having to do the laundry in order to get your gaming.
I can't think
What's
of which one is it.
Fucking the pinball game. That game's the shit.
No. There's one that GT was playing, and it's just like
It's not the
there's, like,
bedroom,
three-
Oh,
like a
there's
PlayStation.
three-
Good. Muzz.
There's-
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 different floors to like all these different arcade cabinets, and you just walk down like aisles of arcade rap. That's the one I want to get.
And
I don't
you
want
know
to have to like I don't want to have to like work to get to
Do
my
laundry.
VR arcade.
Do laundry every day. You guys should play now that you have the PC. They
What's it
have.
called, though?
I forgot what it's fucking called. I have to check this video.
So
again.
all those
But
games
also-
come built into. Sorry, Jackpot, keep going. I talked over you. That was rude.
I hate you. No, I was just gonna say you guys should also play. There's a GT also played it. It's you're in your room and you can customize the room, but you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
all the different
Yes.
Gaming
consoles.
consoles.
and you
Yeah,
can
he's
just
always
control
playing
I
that.
think that's called
That's
EMU or
shit.
EMU or EMU. Is that what it's
Something
called?
like that. EMU
I
VR
would
or
look it
some
up.
shit like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's cool though. I tried it one time and it was fucking sick.
Is that free
Yeah,
or
it
is that
is.
a paid thing?
I think it's free, but you have to maybe find the games and
ROMs
like
and shit. Yeah.
ROMs and install them, and then that way you can do
I
that.
see.
Yeah, it is EMU VR. No, I'm
That looks
trying to
really
find
good.
what the that arcade.
And even if you pick up like a PlayStation disc in that game and turn it around, you'll see like all the scratches on the back of the
That's
disc
sick.
and stuff. It's
Yeah,
fucking-
it's pretty
insane.
cool.
That's cool.
And then they glare off of the old like televisions, like the lights reflecting off of them and all that kind of stuff.
the posters in the room and everything. Bad Robo says Doom Eternal runs at 60 frames per second with ray tracing on PS5, Mr. Jackpot. There you go.
Yeah, but
Probably does.
we need more than 60 frames. We need the
120,
120 frames.
120. Roy Schwartz says, "Oh, I have a chance to get the BHX40 for 350. Like new, I'm gonna get it. What's the BHX40?
That's
Roy.
the vest.
Oh, is it for 350?
Yep.
Jackpot recommends you don't get it. He thinks it's shit, but
No, it's not shit, but it's just not
returned
what
it. He
I
returned it.
thought it was. Yeah, I returned it. Yeah, I paid 420, so I returned that shit today. Actually.
of course you paid 420. You absolute stoner.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah.
You pay that
Perfect
for
price. I
everything.
should have kept it. Goddamn it.
Go to the shop, get a little candy bar. It's like, here's $420 for the Snickers.
$4.20. There you go.
Oh, well, that too, I guess. Diego's having a laugh. Donnie says, Arcade Paradise seems like a fun concept. I may pick it up. It looks really sleek and polished from what I've seen in the footage. Donnie says, fax machine time. I guess it is fax machine time. Black Tiger
Is there
says,
any faxes?
There's a couple. It was announced in 2009, then they changed to develop Hellsinger. Instead of being a human hero, you were a cave troll seeking revenge on knights. Interesting.
Damn.
That
Shrek.
sounds good.
Shrek.
Shrek. Alright, fax machine time. Intro. Go.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers.
Same intro.
So let's go to our fax machine
time for new
and see
intros
what
for
we
everything.
have.
Nice.
Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
It's fine.
Where's the fax machine? Here it is. Okay, we just got two. We just got two to worry about.
Damn, depressing.
First one
Depressing.
is from LSB. Little silly bitch. He says, so after everything, the money, the setting up, the problems, wasn't worth it, pumpkins. I mean, still not fixed, so I feel like that question's a bit early. But I think once that controller is sorted, yes, it's worth it. But that's the big caveat of presuming I can get that controller working. Muzz, would you agree?
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So then the
And
next
and so far I've only actually played one game. I still have so many other games to get to. So yeah,
there's an ocean of games in
Yeah.
front of us.
a whole open world.
Which
in
reminds
front
me, Subnautica. That game is supposed to be really good.
Subnautica.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it's scary as shit. I played in flat, and I was like, I need to stop playing this so we can play in VR.
And I want to try out that other one that the one dude made, like the underwater, like
Subside, I think.
That shit runs on the Quest too. You see that shit?
Really?
What's it? It's called Subside. Is that what it's called?
Subside. I don't think it's out yet, though. It's coming soon.
No, not a, it's not a game.
No, it's kind of like just I just wanted to see how nice it looked though, like with all the effects.
There's some dude that is running something on the Quest 3, and it looks fucking crazy. It's like a, I don't know if it's an asset or whatever, but he has it on Twitter, and it's going up and down the water, and the graphics are fucking insane. And he said he's running on the Quest.
Yeah, but it's like literally, it's just an ocean and one rock. Like if you
It
put any other asset in that screen, the Quest would explode.
It doesn't matter.
all
But
you
you
can
play
do.
your
That's
reindeer
all I
game
can
with the
do.
fucking colorful, alright? Well, Ricardo.
It's across up in the sky, and it just shuts it down. Crap.
You play the kayak game, alright? All you do there is
Class.
swing your
You
arms
can
around. when
beat
penguins
animals
are-
with that. You can race things. Jeremiah asks, do you think Into the Radius will drop on PSVR 2 during that VR showcase this week? Damn, that's not keeping your expectations low, Jeremiah, which I specifically asked you to do. But
Oh, I found it. Arcade Time Capsule VR. That's the one I wanted to try.
Time capsule. Okay.
Yeah, it has like multiple floors with all these.
And
cabinets,
multiplayer must?
I have no idea.
Just the fact that the trophy list was leaked for that Into the Radius, you would imagine it's ready to drop soon, and that was like a week or two ago. So, I mean, it's possible. It is possible. And the developer himself is kind of small enough where maybe that they could have come to an arrangement to do that. I guess we'll wait and see. I'm just going to say I'm not going to get my hopes up for that, Jeremiah. And that's all I'll say. I doubt it. I doubt it, and if it happens, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Bad Robo says Mr. Jackpot would prefer panties over a vest. Damn, B-haptics panties?
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I almost had that when PSVR 1. I found out, what was it, the game, the roguelite game? That it was like in space, like Dead Space, but not. What was the game?
Dreadhawk? No,
Persistence.
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 So either Persistence, you play that game with the fucking DualSense, right? Whatever the fuck it's called, the older one. If you turn on your move controllers at the same time as when you turn on the game, the controllers will vibrate when scary shit happens. So you put it on your anyway you want to, right?
Oh, yeah,
Or you
there
put it
is.
in your pocket.
Stick it up your ass.
and you have vibrating panties. You know? Yeah, it's
Oh, I hope that scary monster doesn't come towards me.
Can't defend myself.
I dropped the flashlight.
Black Tiger says all you need is a USB extension cord. This one right here. This USB extension cord right here.
That one's
one?
trash, I heard.
That one. You should.
that
I
one's
got two of them. I
You
got
need the
two
gold
of them.
plated ones, yeah? That's what Sony
That's gold
has.
plated. That's gold plated. Diamond, platinum. Killer Sam says, yeah, put the dongle on us. Fix your dead hand in viewer. It doesn't work. You're not listening. None of you are listening. Donnie says, but only after you lick the ports. Damn, I forgot to lick the ports. That's true. Black Tiger says, got a hawk to a spit on that thing. Black Robot says, yes, exactly. There is only one island and water. The first Xbox could handle it. There you go. See that?
You should be on my side.
There you go.
alright?
No, he's a graphical expert. All right, he knows what's
I
going on.
know, but even though I'm trash, I like dreams too, you know? You should be on my side. You're the
He's just
pro
getting your
here, you should
expectation. He's
defend
like,
me.
don't expect a Quest game to look like that. Unless it's like a screensaver.
I don't.
Like,
I'm just trying to talk shit because you always say that the Quest looks trash, and look at
does.
that beautiful
does.
masterpiece. Look at that water. Uh-huh.
LSP says, Jackie boy, put that shit on his pee-pee. Damn, tucked it under the foreskin.
Nope.
Please scare me. I'm coming. Disgusting. Things are taking a turn for the worse. This is because I put the girls full screen or enlarged
Yeah.
them.
No,
And
I
now
think that was a good
it's
thing.
getting all
Look at the
perverted. Everyone's
retention.
getting
People think
perverted.
they're gonna say whatever they want
Yeah,
now.
sticking move controllers up their
going-
ass, all
when
kinds
you-
of crazy
when
shit.
when you go to your analytics, you're gonna see the retention. It's gonna be when the girls are dancing.
No.
Full screen right
No,
now.
you're a liar. You're a liar. What's going to happen now is we're going to end the stream. It was only an hour and a half. I bet you thought it was going to be fucking ages. But that's it.
No, I knew you were always like,
That's all there is.
That's all there is. That's all.
We
there
gotta
is.
go start playing some more PC games now. PC
Yeah.
VR.
Listen,
Nah, it's just past
this
Pumpkin's
is a
time. He's just
PSVR
going to
2.
bed,
This is a
going to bed.
PSVR 2 channel. I want to say, I know people out there, certain questicles, are trying to put pressure on me to start streaming things like VR chat and other insidious games like that. But
Why
I'm gonna
wouldn't
tell
you stream
now?
that,
I'm going to tell you
bitch?
now that if it's not coming to PSVR 2 also. So games like Phasmophobia, Contractors, they're cool. But if they're
So you're
not
not-
linked,
so you're telling
they're
me
not
right now
linked,
you're not gonna
I'm not
stream VR
abandoning.
chat?
I'm not Sony. I'm not abandoning PSVR 2. Okay, I won't do that to the PSVR 2.
You won't stream
owners.
VR chat? Oh my god.
Maybe
you're
a members
idiot.
only thing. Maybe a members only thing.
Tell
I don't know.
everybody in the chat that he's an idiot, please.
Listen, if people want that, let me know. But I don't want people.
Of course they want. That's
Listen,
one of the most fun
this is a
games you can
PSVR
stream.
2
you
channel. It's a
retard.
PSVR 2
Hey,
dedicated.
He's standing by his
channel.
convictions. He's standing by his
No,
convictions.
he's an idiot. Sony doesn't do anything for you except beat you up.
I'm
and
not
you're
doing
like,
it for
"Oh,
Sony.
Sony,
I'm not doing it for
I'm not gonna
Sony.
stream
Sony are
anything
bitches.
unless it's
Sony are
Sony."
bitches. Sony
Then
are
why are you
bitches.
doing it for?
I'm
I
doing
thought
it
you
for
liked
the
your channel.
people like me. People like me who believed in the
Retards?
PSVR 2. People
Oh
like
my
me who
God, you're an idiot.
believed in
Kumbaya,
PSVR 2.
kumbaya. Bring
and who
everybody bring the
won't-
little violins.
I won't abandon them like
End
Sony
this
have.
stream.
All right.
End this stream. Everybody
I
left.
won't do
Goodbye.
that. I'm going to be like an orphanage.
Nobody's abandoning
I'm
him
going to
by
be like an
streaming VR
orphanage.
chat. You're a bitch.
All right, I'm going to take in
You're
all
an
the
orphan.
PSVR 2 kids. Yeah, I know, I am.
I'm happy because I can play everything.
I just let me
Yeah.
fix my fucking controller, and then I'll be happy
this
to.
is cool, Muzz.
All right, listen,
Yeah.
Muzz, Jack,
Let's
Boss,
go play Contractors.
Thank you for your time.
Damn. Wash your hands.
I won't wash my hands. I won't.
I was not
Don't
telling
tell me
you.
what. Don't tell me what to do.
Wash your
I was
penis.
telling Donnie.
If you have foreskin, pull it back, clean it underneath. Goodbye. Let me mute this. Let me mute.